Hey fellow peers, Sofia Static here. Today I want to have a more casual discussion about, if you haven't read the title, the seasons. No, not a general how the weather is today or get a load of this weather sort of thing, but just my personal input on the seasons. Simple as that. I kinda sorta think it's a bit of an underrated conversation topic. Getting people to talk about each season kinda gives good insight on someone, their preferences, basic priorities, and the logic behind those preferences and priorities. Since I'm still relatively new here, this might be a nice casual insight as to who I am. You get to figure out my preferences, priorities, and my logic behind them. So today I'm going to discuss my least to most favorite season and my reasons behind my rankings. Starting with my least favorite season is summer. The reason why this is my least favorite season, I'm going to admit, is heavily biased because I live somewhere that's hot as fuck. I've mostly experienced extreme and direct heat. On average, it gets anywhere between 100 and 110 degrees Fahrenheit here. The hottest I've personally ever experienced is around 125 degrees. But once it gets to 120s, like, you start questioning why you exist in the first place. And also, I've experienced extreme heat waves that have caused power outages. That includes the AC units going out. And when that would happen, people would scramble to get ice and water, and of course find shelter. Also, me personally, I am sensitive to the heat, so I kinda have to be a little extra cautious when outside during the summer. Even if I'm in a pool or safely inside, my energy tends to drain really fast during hot days. Also no, it's a really superficial reason, but I hate dressing for summer. Again, like I said, it gets really hot. So hot that I want to strip as many layers off as possible, but here's the thing, there's only so much you can strip off before it becomes illegal. Lastly, monsoon season is pretty shit, I'm not gonna lie. Like, yes, I do love rain, but not when it's muggy. It's hard to breathe, like, I'm sweating everywhere, even places I didn't think I could sweat. And in general, it just feels like I'm covered and smothered with a damp comforter. Now on to my second least favorite, or third most favorite season, spring. Again, a little bit biased, because sometimes it could get pretty warm here, but it doesn't typically get past the 80s or 90s here, and it rarely hits the hundreds during springtime. We are less likely to have heat waves here, and basically I don't feel like I'm gonna die if I step outside, so that's something. At most, I have to deal with allergies, but that's manageable. Springtime, I think, has the most agreeable weather conditions for the general public, which for here I would say is about 73, light cloud coverage, and a slight breeze. It's not my personal weather preference, but I can't deny it's very manageable. With that weather, I feel like I have more of an option to go hang out places, whether it's at the local park, on a patio, or one of those restaurants where you can eat outside. That is if I want to. Not always, but the option's there, and I appreciate that. However, since I'm still rather heat sensitive, I can't be out as long as I'd want to, especially in direct sunlight or when it's slightly warmer than normal days. Also, another con, I still can't bundle and layer like I prefer, but I don't feel like I have to strip down compared to the summer. Springtime keeps me a law-abiding citizen. Now, winter is kind of weird, because it's not the normal winter that you think of, especially where I live. It's a little warmer compared to other states, but it's winter nonetheless here. Now, where I live, winter is very nice and cool, and I don't have to worry so much about my little heat sensitivity. The lowest I've personally experienced here is 25 degrees, the highest being 75 on average. On a more superficial note, I have more variety in my wardrobe. I'm talking various pants, I'm talking multiple layers, and of course I'm talking about sweaters. I love my sweaters. And I get to wear all that without the risk of dying of heat stroke. And of course the holiday season usually happens in winter, so I'm more likely to see friends and family around this time. I will admit, once in a blue moon, it does get dangerously cold for a desert rat like me, to the point where it sleets and snows. That weather is rare here, but I don't know what to do with that type of weather. Listen, I know how to handle heat waves, not mild cold inconveniences. And of course, I know in other states there's dangerous snowstorms, like on a daily basis and stuff like that. But I'm not used to that here. However, people do get kinda batty around the holidays. Traffic is typically the most congested around this time because, of course, people are trying to visit their friends and family. Also, repetitive Christmas music, like the same 10 songs. But now that I think about it, that's honestly more of a holiday opinion than a season opinion. Maybe a different topic for a different video. Despite there being many positives, there are still a handful of negatives that bring it to my second spot. Winter is very nice, but occasionally unfamiliar. There are quite a few reasons why autumn has to be my favorite season out of all of them. Like winter, it starts to cool down where I live when autumn rolls around, so I don't have to worry as much about my heat sensitivity. The only time I'd probably have to be concerned about it would be on the warmer days, but the average temperature range here in autumn is 50 to 85 degrees, so I can manage. I tend to feel the most comfortable in autumn. I start to eat more of my favorite hearty foods around this time that would normally drag people down around summer or spring, because of the way it sits in your belly and warms you up. Also, the leaves change color. I know leaves change color all the time, but you can't deny that it's so cool when they change during autumn. I know them turning to brown, yellow, and orange is a sign that they're dying or dead, but in a weird way, the leaves changing correlates with my general views on the circle of life, not being a grim thing. Leaves just happen to be flashy about dying. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays, so I personally don't mind any level of battiness people exhibit around this time. It's usually low level and it's nowhere near Christmas battiness. And also, I'm just gonna say, my birthday is in autumn, so I have more of an excuse to do something I actually want to do. So yeah, autumn has to be my favorite season because it's the most personally satisfying. Simple as that. I feel my peak comfort level during this time of year. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, be sure to like and subscribe. Did you like this more casual video on my personal inputs on a general topic? Would you mind if I did more videos like this in the future? Let me know down below in the comments. Also, what's your favorite season? And what's your least favorite season? Any particular reason why you like or dislike them? Let me know down below. Until next time, stay warm, or stay cool, but definitely stay safe. And I'll see you later, my fellow peers. Bye.